Hi guys, welcome to Code Easy, where we make coding easy. So we are starting this series for all the freshers and all the job hunters who are trying to upskill their coding skills. So this series is specially designed for you all. So where I'll be taking you through the different programs, so where you can upskill your coding skills. So we'll start with this program statement. So that is, write program to find the even and odd numbers from 1 to 20. So the problem statement here is like we'll be having numbers from 1 to 20 and we need to find which number is even and which one is odd. So we can do this by iterating each number using for loop. So I'll start with the for loop. So I initialize I value to 0. So and I is less than equal to 20 because this is the range. So I'll increment my I over here. So I'll open this. So I'll say if my I modulus 2 equals to 0, then I will say so the number that is I, correct? So that is, I'll concatenate it, I is even. So I'll make it even. So else, same thing I'll copy and same thing I'll put over here. Then I'll make it odd. It's pretty simple and straightforward. So let's try to understand. So now here we have numbers from 0 to 20. 0 to 20. So if you can see and observe the logic carefully, so we are dividing each number with 2. So for example, initially my I is 0 because I have initialized here. So my I is 0 and I'm checking my condition I is less than 20. True, because my 0 is less than 20, correct? So now what will happen here? What I'm trying to do, 0 is my number. I'm gonna divide it by 2. So anything which is divided by anything which is divided by 2 always it will be 0. So that's the reason. So my my output is 0, the index is 0, and that is also equals to 0. So this condition is obviously true. So then this statement will print. First statement will come as even here. Okay. So now what will happen? So once this is executed, now my I value will be incremented. Now I value, see, for loops work in such a way where the initialization will happen only one time, and after that the condition will check. If this condition satisfies, it will enter into the for loop, then it will execute the for loop. Inside my for loop I have my if condition. So this if condition will be executed, and after that once it is executed, so again it will go into the for loop where it will iterate my I value. Now I value initially it was like 0. Now my I value will become 1. Now my I value will become 1. So again it will check for the condition I is less than 20. Yes, my value that is 1 is less than 20 only. So I'll take 1 here. Now again I need to divide it by 0. You know the difference between the modulus and division, right? Division will always give you the quotient, but this modulus always give you the remainder. That is, if I take 2 here, so if I take 2 here and my I value is 1 here, so 1 I kept it over here. Okay, 2 I can say like what do you say, 2 ones are 2, 2 1 times are 2, so 1 minus 2, that will be 1. So now here my 1 is not equal to 0. My 1 is not equal to 0. So this one, what I have, this one is not equal to 0. Definitely it will go to this condition else part and it will print as odd. I hope you're getting what I'm trying to tell. Now again, when this is done, what will happen? Again my for loop, in my for loop my I value will be iterated. So now my I value was 1, now it will become 2, now it will become 2. It will become 2. So again 2 is less than 20, absolutely right. So I'll take 2 here, again I need to divide it by 2. So that's what I'm doing, division. So 2 ones are 2, so my remainder is 0. Yes, this value is 0. 0 equals to 0, the condition is satisfied, this is true. So it will go to the positive scenario and it will print even. Now again, what for loop will do? For loop will again iterate. So when my for loop is iterated, so it will become 3. So 3, 2 ones are 2, that is 3 minus 2, the remainder is 1. So this remainder 1 is not equal to 0. 1 is not equal to 0. Then this condition failed. This condition is failed. So again it will go to the else part. So again it will come as odd. Fourth is odd. So for loop, if loop works in a pattern where if the condition is satisfied, it will go to the first block. I mean to say, if the condition is true, it will go to the first block, and if the condition is false, it will go to the second block. So I'm thinking that absolute beginners are there for them to understand. So I'm explaining it in detail. So if the condition is true, the positive block, the first block will execute. If that is false, the else part will be executed. I hope this is clear. So let's try to run the program and see how it runs. Okay, so let's try to run the program and see how it runs. So I'm gonna hit this run method. Now you can see over here, see it is starting from 0, 1, 0 is even, 1 is odd, 2 is even, 3 is odd, 4, 5, 6, 7 till 20. So till 20 we have find it which one is even and which one is odd. That's it for today, and thanks for tuning into Code Easy. So more exciting content is on the way, so stay tuned. Until next time, happy coding. Thank you.